Action. Okay, my name is Bradley Harp. I'm from Billings, Montana, and was that it? Yeah. Where I'm from? I'm from Billings, Montana. I don't know. I think my favorite animal on the farm, it's not Belinda. I have to build a fence for her a lot. She's probably my least favorite, but I like the sheep. They're just cute. Reminds us the Bible talks about sheep a lot. Calls us sheep, and it's kind of offensive, but it makes sense now. So those are my favorite. Typically at Rockside is pretty cool. We wake up in the morning, we do devos together as a house. It's really great. We just spend 5 minutes reading a psalm. Then we head out to chores, taking care of the animals. It's good to have consistency in the mornings and stuff to do. We go and we do Bible study right after breakfast, which is a good little break before we go and work. And it's good. It kind of depends on the day what we do for projects. We wash eggs, we do wood processing, kind of things like that. We'll run fence line, we'll move pigs, kind of just varies by day. And then we usually have a class with different staff members. We'll run some kind of class for about an hour and a half, and then we'll have chores, and then ranch fit. And then, yeah, after ranch fit, it's dinner time. There's different activities at night sometimes. Sometimes there's game nights, sometimes there's community dinners where people come out to the ranch and eat with us. It's really fun. Basketball is probably my favorite. Friday nights, we go and play basketball, and it's always a good time to get everybody together and run in, and it's good stuff. So, and then yeah, bedtime and do it all over again. What was going on in my life before Rockside? A whole lot of nothing good. I was kind of struggling. I mean, like everybody who comes here, just a lot of things. I had been dealing with addiction for a long time to just substances, drugs and alcohol, and not being able to find a way out. I don't know how to I haven't thought about this, actually, how I was gonna put any of this. I don't like talking about that, but really it started, I mean, in high school for me. Started using drugs a little after freshman year, kind of on and off. I went off to college after high school for a year. I went to Oklahoma. And that's kind of where things really just started falling apart for me. Tough relational things, some tough things happened in my life and in my family, and yeah, I kind of started to spiral after that point. Really heavily in the last couple years, my life took kind of a nosedive, and that's where I got to a point where I was just ready for a change. I'd recently got a gun for my birthday. It was my birthday present to myself, as I bought a little handgun, and I think it was a week or two before I came out here, I had to give it up to my pops because it wasn't wise for me to keep it for myself, and so yeah. So I was in a very not good place. I didn't like where I was headed, and I couldn't do anything about it on my own, and so I decided to start looking for somewhere to go where I can maybe get some help, and found out about Rockside, and it was a really quick turnaround from the time that I decided that I needed to go somewhere to when I showed up here. I kind of ignored my, relationship with Christ and belief in God at a certain point where I was just like apathetic and didn't care. But I feel like I've really gotten to be able to just have time to focus on that here. And that's been a huge part of just my story now too, is learning how to build habits that will keep me on the path that I want to go, and not just kind of let life happen to me. So no, I would say the program's hard, and not necessarily in the way you always think it is. It's the little stuff that'll get you. It's also one of those things where it's good that it's hard, because if it was just this super easy breezy, like, I'll just hang out and all of a sudden feel better, like, you wouldn't get much out of it. But yeah, it's difficult in a good way. I think it really grows you a lot more than it could if it were just super easy all the time. So it's difficult, but it's worth it. So another thing that I've gotten out of the program that I wasn't expecting is I feel like I have a hope, for the future, and I'm excited about whatever's next. I didn't have any kind of direction before I came here. I was just kind of floating and hating it and really cynical about everything, about the world, about my life, and woe is me and all that. But I feel like now I've had enough time to work with the coach, think about just what comes next in my life, and I don't have a plan like, you know, specifically road mapped out or anything, but I'm really excited to find out what it is. My general idea right now is that I'd like to go to trade school. I'd like to become a welder, get into that industry. And I'm at the point where I know that that's what I want, and I don't know how to quite get there yet. And so it's terrifying, and I'm so close to the end of my program here that I don't know what's next exactly, but it's also given me some excitement about, I don't know, getting to trust God in that more. Make a decision that is both good for my future and I feel like is directed by Him and kind of in His will for things. And so that's got me really excited. One thing that Pastor Drew always says when he's preaching and talking, and I've got the chance to meet with him a few times, it's been really helpful. But one of the things he always says is Scott Valley is a healing place. And I thought that was really cool. Just the idea that this is a place where people can come and feel loved and safe. It makes you want to stay. That's one thing that I'm struggling with, is I'm trying to decide, you know, what's next after the program. And I really want to make it work so that I can come back out here and stay and be a part of this community long term. That's one thing that I've really just admired about the community as a whole, is it seems like the whole valley is on your team. You don't interact with everybody every day, but when you get to see people, it's a treat. And I don't know, I feel like it's special getting to share a conversation with somebody at church, or see people in passing in town when you're working on the butcher shop or something like that. Bakery staff, people who come in there, like, it's just really awesome to get that much love and support from one community. And so, yeah, I wholeheartedly agree. I think Scott Valley is a healing place.